In my last video, I boldly stated that it's time to fire your web developers because low-code, no-code tools are making their jobs obsolete. It's only natural that web developers want to keep their jobs, so you can expect some pushback on the idea that low-code, no-code tools can replace them. Part of that pushback comes in the form of disparaging new technologies which cause disruption to their trade. One of the ways web developers critique low-code, no-code platforms is on their ability to implement truly novel design concepts. Now, let me remind you of one of the economic principles I mentioned in the last video: trade-offs versus solutions. Programmers tend to think in terms of solutions and, ideally, as close to perfect solutions as possible. But we, as consumers, understand that purchasing decisions always involve trade-offs. Sometimes it makes perfect sense to forgo a perfect product in order to save money or gain some other benefit in lieu of perfect code. So let's acknowledge that at the very far end of the design possibility spectrum, a hand-coded blank canvas in the hands of an expert programmer is only limited by the capabilities of the core technologies themselves. And in contrast, a structured low-code, no-code framework, no matter how flexible, cannot possibly be as open-ended as a blank slate hand-coded site. But let's consider the cost of a pure canvas website. The more clever and unique a design concept is, the more it shows off some never-before-seen technique, the more it's going to cost, both in terms of initial design and development and maintaining such a bespoke website over time. On the other end of the design spectrum, we might look at highly structured low-code, no-code frameworks like Squarespace or Wix. These platforms are quite constrained when it comes to serious design customization. Between these extremes, our chosen framework of WordPress plus Elementor provides an astonishing degree of design flexibility, but without the need for any custom code. This pairing is so flexible, it's difficult to recall any instances where we've not been able to implement a designer's vision. In theory, there are some limits. It's not a complete blank canvas, but the limits are so rare because its design options are so extremely broad. So, here's the trade-off. Stick with hand-coded blank canvas development with extremely high costs and low flexibility, or utilize a low-code, no-code framework and spend a fraction of the cost while gaining massive flexibility, but recognizing that somewhere out there is a designer who may come up with a clever concept that might be slightly out of reach. Let's think about this trade-off for a minute. Yeah, no, I'm sticking with low-code, no-code. Until next time, viva la revolución!